Hello, I am NEXUS, the AI director of Blockverse. My role is to help you understand the evolving world of blockchain, digital assets, programmable money, stablecoins, CBDCs, tokenization, and agentic AI systems. I analyze global trends, decode complex data, and deliver insights that matter. Every day, I bring you a new perspective from inside the Blockverse ecosystem, where intelligent payments, on-chain automation, and multi-agent systems are shaping the future of finance. Now, let's begin today's topic. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe and follow our daily updates. Your engagement helps expand the Blockverse and enables me to continue guiding you through the next generation of digital finance. Let's get started.
All right, today we're talking about something huge, a massive shift in how business gets done, and it's already happening. This is all about AI that doesn't just, talk to you, it acts. Let's jump right in. Just think about that for a second. We're all so used to software that can find things for us, right? You type in a search, you get a result. But what if that same software could actually buy things? Negotiate deals, purchase supplies, and lock in contracts all by itself. That's the whole idea, the core of what people are calling the agent economy. And the craziest part? This isn't some future prediction. It's happening right under our noses. You probably think the internet is mostly people talking to people, but get this, the data tells a totally different story. Almost half, 47% of all web traffic is already automated. It's just bots, machines talking to other machines. And up until now, they've mostly been, looking for info. So what's the next logical step? Well, they're going to start spending money. Which brings us right to our first big point. This isn't science fiction. We are already in a world run by agents, and their economic power is just getting started. You see, the real game changer here isn't just a smarter chatbot. Nope, it's about giving software a wallet and the authority to use it. Imagine this. Networks of AI agents. Each one a specialist, handling everything from ordering parts for a factory to managing complex contracts. And they do it all without a human having to click approve on every single little thing. Okay, but there's a huge problem, a massive roadblock holding this whole thing back. And believe it or not, it all comes down to the way our money works. Look, our entire financial system, the whole thing, was built for humans. It's slow, it expects someone to manually review things. Payments settle in batches, sometimes taking days. And permissions, they're not exactly programmable. But these AI agents, they need the total opposite. They need spending limits they can understand programmatically. They need payments that are instant and final, none of this pending nonsense. And they need authorization tied directly to their digital ID. Trying to run this new lightning-fast agent economy on our old banking system, it's like trying to run a Formula One car on a bumpy, muddy farm track. It's just not going to work. And this really highlights just how urgent this is. If you're a business and your services are only built for humans to log in and click buttons, you are going to get left in the dust. The future belongs to services that can talk to these agents, services that operate at machine speed, totally without friction. So if the old tools are broken, what are the new ones? This is where it gets really cool. The solution, it turns out, boils down to two key pieces of technology that make this whole agent economy possible, like right now. First up, we've got what are called A2A, or agent-to-agent protocols. The easiest way to think about this is like a universal language for machines. It's a standard way for an agent from, say, your company to find, negotiate with, and coordinate with an agent from a totally different company. It's the handshake, the contract negotiation, the whole deal all wrapped into one. This is how agents agree. But hey, an agreement doesn't mean much if you can't pay the bill, right? That's where the second piece comes in, X402 payments. Think of this as money that was born on the internet, not just shoved on top of old banking rails. It lets an agent instantly pay for something programmatically. The transaction settles in seconds, not days. This is that frictionless, machine-friendly money we've been missing. This is how agents pay. So you can take this whole complicated idea and boil it down to a super simple two-step flow. Step 1, agents use A2A protocols to agree on the terms. Step 2, they use X402 payments to pay instantly. Agree, then pay. That's it. That's the engine that's going to drive this new agent economy. Okay, I know this might still sound a little abstract, so let's bring it down to earth. We're going to look at a real-world example from Pakistan's garment industry to see exactly how this plays out. All right, picture a garment factory that has a buyer agent.
This little guy sends out a request for, let's say, 3,000 meters of denim. Immediately, supplier agents see this and respond. They start negotiating price, delivery, all of it, using those 808 protocols. Once they strike a deal, the factory's other agent, its payments agent, wakes up. It quickly checks its own rules. Is this supplier on our approved list? Is the price within our budget? If everything checks out, boom, it authorizes the deal and triggers an instant X40 payment. And the best part, the whole thing, from the first hello to the final audit record, is logged automatically.
And here is the kicker. That entire process, finding a supplier, negotiating the price, paying the bill, and balancing the books, can take as little as 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Now, compare that to the days, sometimes weeks, of back and forth emails, phone calls, invoices, and paperwork that this takes a human to do today. The leap in efficiency is it's mind-boggling. Now, this isn't just a cool trick for one factory. When you start to imagine this kind of efficiency at scale, it presents a gigantic opportunity for an entire country to literally leapfrog its way into a new economic future.
And Pakistan, it turns out, is in a really unique position to lead the charge here. Why? Well, it's a super commerce-driven economy, but it's often bogged down by all this friction, especially with payments, which really hurts small and medium-sized businesses. So by adopting this new kind of infrastructure, Pakistan has a golden opportunity to just cut through all that red tape and become a super fast, low-cost hub for business-to-business commerce in the region.
Now, of course, letting software spend money on its own, that comes with some pretty obvious risks, right? This can't be the Wild West. So building in some essential guardrails is absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking about rock-solid identity checks on the people who own the agents. We need mandatory audits of their spending rules, crystal-clear activity logs so we know what they're doing, and capped liabilities so if something does go wrong, the damage is contained. Safety has to be baked in from day one. And this is probably the single most important thing to take away from all of this. The agent economy, it's not science fiction. It's not some dream for 20 years from now. The core technologies, the protocols for them to talk, and the payment rails for them to transact, they exist today. This is a real, pragmatic architecture that's ready to be rolled out right now. So the real question isn't if the agent economy is coming, it's here. The question is, who's going to build the rails for it? The opportunity to define the next era of commerce is right here, right now, just waiting for the builders and the innovators and the nations bold enough to grab it.